Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well. I need to make some patch pages and I figured I would go ahead and turn the camera on and we could chat and catch up since it's been over a year. Because we'll get into that later. So I do not have a journal made for myself at the moment. I have my cover, which is here. And I need to make my pages, and I just did my regular size. I did some patch. I used in my last video I had showed this quilt that I had got at a thrift store, and I used pieces. This quilt here, I had chopped it up and used some pieces to make my cover. So here's my cover, and I have not started on the pages for it yet. My mother-in-law, she's been wanting a journal for ages, and so I started on hers first, but I made her covers at the same time. So this one is going to be my next journal. And then this is the one that I made for my mother-in-law. She loves everything having to do with the ocean and boats and sea life, and so I decided to use this here, and she likes bright colors. This is the inside, and I've just got a little picture of a baby girl on the beach there. And her name is Marla, so I used this vintage hanky. And then this is the quilt pieces here with some other doodads on there. Some fun little linens and embroidery pieces. So I've got her pages pretty much most of the way done. That's not quite done yet, but we're getting there. We're getting really close. So when I make a journal, I will put the bits and pieces that I'm working on in an envelope like this, or a little pocket. And then I also slip like pieces that I may end up using, or that I like, and they go in there as well. So this is going to be, actually, I haven't put pages inside here yet. So let me do that just to look and see. So like I said, she likes everything having to do with the ocean, and she likes bright colors, and she likes sparkly stuff, and she likes florals. She's also she likes country stuff and farm stuff. So I tried to, with this journal anyways, I tried to include all of those little bits and pieces that she likes, which has been a bit challenging, but it's been fun. So these are some of the pages. I went with 6 signatures, and I just got a mix of like scrapbooking and ledger, my same old stuff. But she doesn't really use a junk journal the way that I typically do. She likes to use them to put like her greeting cards, like if somebody sends her cards in the mail, her and her sister, they make cards and they send them to each other and things like that. So so a lot of times she'll like just stick like a greeting card here, and then she'll write like a little note maybe about the card. And she says sometimes she put pictures in her book as well, but she doesn't typically like tell necessarily stories like how I will use my journal. So it's kind of more of a collection of cards, greeting cards for her. So yeah, so these are the pages, and I need to work on one of the signatures. So it's gonna fit in here like so. And I did 6 signatures, and I wanted her to have lots of room because I know putting her greeting cards in here is gonna chunk it up a lot because they're, they're thick. But I needed to work on this signature here, which is my 5th one. And I wanted to do a patch page, at least one, but maybe I'll do more. And I was even thinking maybe I would work on a patch page for myself. So this is an example of a patch page. This is one that I did ages ago, and I just kind of kept it as an idea. So I was looking through my idea patch pages, and I liked this, but I'm gonna, obviously, there's a little pocket on the back side here too. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, but at least I've got, you know, a base to work with. So she's also part Indian, so she loves Indian stuff as well. Forgot to say that. So I've got this in here for her. So and she's on a bee thing. She's loving bees right now. So this is just like an old post-it or folio, and I just made a page out of it. So I want to do something in the middle here. I don't know if I'm going to end up using this piece or not, but I've got it here as a maybe. But I want a patch page in the middle of this signature that folds out. And then I was thinking I could possibly use this part, cut this up, and use this part as a very large pocket as well. So with this journal, I'm making a lot of big pockets. That way, if she wants to slide her cards in, she can slide her cards in, or belly bands or top tucks, you know, those kind of things. So, yeah. So I'm going to put a patch page here. I have no idea what I'm going to do here and here. The white always throws me off, and I just kind of get like, oh, I don't know what to do here. I mean, I guess I could just leave it, but I don't really want to leave it. But I mean, it would be maybe one. That way she'll have one space that she can not feel bad about covering up. I don't know. So, and then this here is an Edith Holden page, and I know that I want to possibly put a belly band here or a top tuck. And I know a lot of people will stitch their signatures in and then add their pockets, but I never do that. I typically work with my pockets before I stitch them in, because I like to sew a lot. And yeah, and it's obviously too hard to sew whenever you got your signatures, you know, put in. So yeah, so I always do that last. Once all my sewing's done, then I'll stitch them in, and if I got pockets that need to be glued, I'll glue them in once signatures are in there. Anyways, back on track. So I want to make one of these, but I want another flip, and I was thinking that I also want on this side here, if I can find it. I don't know what I did with it. Hold on here. Pause for the cause. Okay, I can't find it, so I'm just going to have to fold up another one. I was thinking that I would put a little... Let me see here. Because I've been watching Rachel, as usual. And, you know, I've got to do some of the stuff because it just looks so fun. So I was thinking it's not folded great, but it's just to show you what I want to do. That I would make like a little side pocket to put on this side. That way we've got a little tuck. And then I personally have been loving making mini tags lately. So it's kind of, I can put a little tag there too in the pockets. And then another side tuck here. So that's kind of what I was thinking. But I can't find, oh, there it is. It's on the floor. I just got it. Go figure. This here. This one is a little bit bigger. There. Like that. Okay, so enough jibber jabbering. Let's get started. So I have pulled out these bits here. And I like this and this together. What do I do with the signature? I'm going to have that just in case I need to look at it. So these envelopes I keep my scraps in, and I wanted to look through them first. So I'm going to pull this out. So I'm just going to pull out anything that I feel the colors go well together with these here. And then I will, I'll go from there. I like this piece because that actually reminds me of her. Because she sews. Bear with me, guys. It's been, you know, quite some time since I have done a video, so I am definitely rusty. So I just, one of the reasons why I've been gone, well, there's very, very many reasons why I've been gone, but my daughter, my oldest daughter, who had 2 babies, she got pregnant again. 3rd baby. Her last baby, I think she was 2 months old, Lorelei, and we call her Lily. And my daughter, she had complications. She had what they call a subchronic hematoma, which is where they have a bleed on their in their uterus, and her water ended up breaking when she was either 20 weeks, 21, 22 weeks, very, very early. So yeah, so it was really terrifying. And I was a mess, of course, because I'm in Florida and she's in Kansas. And I was just waiting for a phone call to have to fly up there at any moment. And yeah, so it was not a pleasant time, we'll say that. But we, in October, when she had already been in the hospital for 3 weeks, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, they didn't have anybody to watch the little one. She's a handful, and she wasn't even a year old. She was a baby. So I went up there and got her, and oh, I like this one a lot. I went up there and got her, and I had her for 3 months, I think it was. Well, my daughter was in the hospital, and thank the Lord that the little one, they named her Eleanor. She was born early, but she's doing really well, and it actually worked out really good. Like my sister, she came down to visit in December, and she brought the baby that we had, Lily. She brought her home, and they were all able to be together on Christmas. They released the newborn Nori from the hospital on Christmas Eve, and it just worked out perfect. But it broke my heart. I was a mess, like having my grandbaby here for 3 months, and then I was like, oh gosh, it was awful for me. So yeah, so that happened, and there's been some other things. The new baby, she's doing great, but she does have, they said there's going to be delays, which are to be expected, and she was born December 2nd, so she is 7 months now, I think. And her head is a little bit bigger than what it should be, so she has to see a neurologist. And her legs, she doesn't have, like, you know how when you pick a baby up, they stand up on their legs? She just kind of has spaghetti legs. So my daughter's got to get that, checked out too. So she might grow out of that, or she may need therapy for that. We don't know yet. We got to see what the doctor says. So, oh, that's pretty. We might be able to put that in there. Okay, I think I have enough. What do y'all think? I'm jibber-jabbering here. But we've got a lot to catch up on. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So yeah, so I actually just went and visited them all in June, and I was gone for a couple of weeks this past June, so it was great to see them. And they came down in February, so I'm ready for another visit, even though it's only, it hasn't been that long, but I'm ready. I don't like it. I'm ready for them to move back to Florida, which they are planning to do next year sometime, but it just can't come soon enough, I tell you. So now I've got 3 little grandbaby girls that are so much fun. Okay, sorry for the crinkling. All right, let's see here. This video is going to be way too long. Whoops, I didn't get all this stuff. It's okay. I like that yellow too. I'll just put this out of the way over here. All right, so we need, I'm thinking this will be this page, and then I'm going to cut it, and I think I'm going to put this on here, because I like the, or maybe do I want this piece here? I like that too, but I do like the horses. Okay, actually I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, we're going to do this one. And then on the inside, so it's going to be like this. So then this will be here. I'm going to, I really like this one. So I think that's where I'm going to start. Do something like that. So I need to cut this up. Sorry about the noise. I've got my big cutter on a TV tray right beside me. So I want this to be like this. And I'm just going to trim maybe to right about there. Now I could leave it as a full page, but I want the patchy look. So okay, so I'm just going to glue this on here for now, and then I'll stitch it later. I want the patchy look. I haven't made patch pages in probably since the last time we did it together. So it's been over a year. I've been in my craft room a little bit here and there, but not anything consistent. Just doing little things throughout, because I've just haven't had the time, and I've been a mess, you know, just been a mess. Okay, let's see. Let's trim this up. Okay, and then I need, actually I would use my other trimmer, but I need another blade on it. Okay, so I like that, and then let me make sure that's too tall. Cut it one more time. Okay, so that's 8.5, so that's what I want there. So now we need a hinge, and I'll need something on the inside of this as well. So I think I'm just gonna use, I want to use coffee dyed paper. This is just a, oh, this paper's pretty. This is just an envelope that I keep like blank and neutrals and backing kind of papers. But I knew I had a piece of coffee dyed in there. So, okay. This is the one that has been giving me problems. So we need it at 8.5. Let's trim this side since that side's got a tear. And then I'm going to go ahead and score it before I cut it. I would fold it, but I tend to mess up my folds quite a bit, so I'm just going to score it because I want it to be straight. So I'm hoping that now that, you know, things have calmed down, I mean, there's been other things going on too, but we can save that for another day, that I'll be able to get back into making videos and crafting because I do miss it very much. So, okay, so there's our hinge. Now I can either have it on the inside or the outside, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have it on the outside because I don't mind how that looks for one, and I can always cover this up too with, you know, I could put some lace or obviously another piece of paper, you know, something along those lines. So let me go ahead and put some glue on that. And I don't know for sure if I'm going to stitch these. I may just do the glue. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me see if I get this. I'm so rusty, you guys, so please be patient. Okay, there we go. That works. And then, so now we have this side. And I want to put this here, but I don't necessarily want, I guess I have to decide if I want to put something. No, I don't think I do. I think I want to just leave it. That way she can, if she wants to collage and then add a card, she can collage and add a card. But we do need something down here. I want to trim this off. Let me see. I'm not going to do one of these because, like I said, she uses it for cards. I guess I could if I did paper and then made it a pocket or something along those lines. So, yeah, so I'm going to trim this, and then we're going to put something there. Maybe this would be pretty. This on the other side. Pink. Yeah, pink goes. So maybe we'll do that. I really like this paper a lot. A lot. Okay, but we're going to do that. And I'll just... Yeah, so it looks like it needs to be... right about here. So my youngest daughter, she is 11 now, and I've decided that I was going to homeschool her this year, or I'm going to homeschool her this year. Last year at school, she kept coming home pretty regularly and talking about things that she should not have been talking about. She's just too young, and I would always ask her, where did you hear that from? And it was a friend from school, or she would ask me, what does this mean? What does that mean? And I'm just like, you shouldn't be asking about that. So I feel like I needed to do something about it. So I'm going to homeschool her. A lot of people are actually homeschooling their kids these days in Florida. They have, at least in Florida, I don't know if they have it anywhere else, but they have like a grant that you can get to help with their school supplies, their curriculum, and it helps for, you know, classes and things like that. So I'm going to definitely be, it's going to be challenging. For one, I haven't homeschooled in ages. I did homeschool my oldest daughter through middle school and high school, but that's, you know, she's in her 20s now, so it's been a while. And there we go. So it's cool that they have that grant now, because they used to not have that. So there's part of our patch page. Now we need to do the other sides here. Okay. Alrighty. And then my son, he's this past year has been very challenging with him as well. He's in high school, and let's just say he hasn't been making the right choices. He's been driving me bonkers too. Okay, so I need something here and something here. So what are we gonna do with that? I need some long ones. Okay. Yeah. I don't want to cover that up though. I like it. All right, I got to get my well, there's this one here. That kind of looks pretty, right? I think I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I need something at the top, though. I got to grab my strips. Hold on. Okay, so I have my my strips in here. You know, like when you cut your papers down and then you've got these long strips. I was just trying to remember what pages were in that signature so that I didn't go too crazy with it being too crazily mixed matched. So I need a flap here and I want a flap here. Or hinged or patched or however you want to say it. None of these are doing it for me. What about this here? I kind of like that a little bit. So that one's a maybe. No. I know I said she likes bright colors, but the majority of her journal is fairly bright. It's been challenging working on hers just because our style is very different. I like soft. I mean, I like brights too, but you know, I've kind of been in a antique-y mood, I guess, and so it was a little challenging, but it's fun. And she likes sparkly stuff, and I'm not very much a sparkly kind of gal. No. that. I do like that. So that's a maybe. Maybe I can use it to make a pocket or something. Alright, let's see. Come on. We gotta have something. Unless I just use that one. I'm gonna save that. Not for this page, but maybe for a future page. Or a future something for this book. Well, good gravy. That might be nice up there. Okay, let's try the next one. Shove that out of the way. I love this paper. I wonder how that would be up there. And the front is, yeah, okay. The front has that print on it. I don't know, you guys. What am I going to use? I am rusty, let me tell you. Okay, oh, I like this here too. I might use that somewhere else in the book as well. I guess we'll just stick with that one, because that's the only thing that I've seen that I've really liked. Definitely not. I kind of like that. Okay. I could, no, I don't want to do that. I was going to say I could do a wood grain, because she loves like the woody pieces, the wood grain pieces, but I know I've already got one in here. Right there, so I don't want to put another one that close. Okay. I think we're going to go with this one. Only we're going to use this side. I think that'll be fine. Unless I do this. Alright, let me see. Let's move all this out of the way. So we've got that. Would this be better? Let me see. No. I think I like this one better. Just kind of flows with this paper better. It's got a lot of the same tones and stuff. So we're going to use this one. And then that's just a tiny little piece. I'm sure I could find a tiny little piece. There's no sense in having to cut up a big piece for a tiny piece. Okay. Let me trim this down here. So I'll just use this one. See how it does. I love making patch pages. I don't think I'm going to have time to work on one for myself, because I know this video is getting ridiculously long from my catch-up chat. Okay, yeah, I think I like that. Alright, so let's go 8.5. That's not too terrible. And then I think I'm going to do the hinge on the inside this time, because I don't want to cover that part up. I don't want to cover this part up because I like this little loop-de-loop here and this on that page. So we're going to hinge on the inside. Yeah. And then we got to find a little scrappy bit for here. do like this, but no. I mean, it's just a teensy tiny little piece. Unless I make it bigger. Which I think I might. Just because it's got the seashell on it. And like I said, I am intermixing country and ocean and sea life. And it's just a, you know, it's got a lot going on. Okay. So it just has a little splash of sea in the country on the farm. With the Indians. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to glue that on there. And then, like I said, I might go over it with some stitches, but this, before I would just use my glue stick and then stitch everything. But this art glitter glue, I mean, that's where it's at, let me tell you. I have noticed that this stuff sticks very well, and it makes me happy. Because before I would feel like I needed to use my sewing machine all the time because I didn't trust the glue. Didn't trust the glue. And I enjoy sewing, you know. So that's not quite all the way on there, or all the way cut. What I do with my big scissors. But since I've started using the art glitter glue, I've noticed that it works very well. Alright, so now this is going to be 8.5 as well. There we go. And then I believe I'm going to put the hinge on the inside of this one too. Yeah, we'll have 2 hinges on the inside. So this is what the middle signature will look like. And I like it. I hope you do too. Okay, so let's get our tea-dyed paper here. Yeah, let's get our scoreboard again. There we go. And I just scored it at 1/2 inch. You could go smaller. I've gone smaller before, but like I said, I'm rusty, so I'm giving myself lots of room here. Lots and lots of room. So what have you guys been up to? Anything new and exciting happening in your lives? Oh, also it's very early in the morning, so the lighting's not great. I do apologize. It's still dark outside, but my sleep schedule's been so wonky. There's days I'm waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and not being able to go back to sleep. So I'm just up, and then at like 8 or 9, I'm ready for a nap. Okay, so there's my 2 hinges. Let's move this out of the way. And then this kind of hinge is a little bit tricky for me, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed I don't mess it up. I was kind of thinking about like doing an envelope, one of those window envelopes that everybody does. You know, Rachel does it and Gail does it. And I have done them before, but I don't know, I just find them a little intimidating sometimes. I don't know why. I guess, actually I do know why. Trying to get all around that window perfectly is a little intimidating for me. Alright, Let's see how this is going to work out here. Let's scooch over here. There we go. Voila. Mission accomplished. Yep, and then I need to glue on that side. Hope I'm still in camera. Sorry about the mess. Hello, Pam, if you're watching. How are you doing? No, it's not Pam. I think it's Paula. See, it's been so long. I've forgotten everybody's name. I had somebody comment not too long ago, maybe a month or 2 or 3 or however long ago, about wanting to see my craft room and how I organize. And I would love to show you that, but I am not super organized, and I will one day. I just don't know when. That was something else that happened. I got my new floors put in finally in the craft room, so I still haven't put everything together, back together from that, so it's a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a huge mess, but my floors are great. I love them. My husband did a wonderful job. It's pretty handy like that. And I was originally, we bought the floors for this room ages ago, and I always knew that one day I would end up moving into the bigger room, put my craft room in there. And we redid that room. We got it all ready, put new carpet in, painted, did all the things. And then my brother Steven, one of my brothers, I have 3, he wanted to come move in with us. So, which he does from time to time throughout the years. He's lived with us multiple times. He's a bachelor, and he doesn't like to be alone, and he just kind of is like a little gypsy and goes from house to house. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to let my brother be homeless. So he got my craft room, and I'm still in this little room, which is fine. That one's not, it's okay. It's not too terrible. It's not as straight as I'd like it, but it's all right, hopefully. But yeah, so that was something else. My craft room was completely out of commission because my husband works so much, so he kind of had to do it a little bit at a time on his days off, so it took a while. And yeah, and I still haven't. I had to take everything out, and I haven't put it, everything's back in here, but it's not in the spot where it's supposed to be. A lot of it is on the floor still because I wanted to rearrange and redo some things, which I have been, but I've just been doing it a little bit at a time. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, sugar. Look what I did, you guys. I did exactly what I didn't want to do. Oh, well. There's not much I can do about it now. Huh, what a bummer. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. I put it on the inside. Should have been on the inside for both of them. Drats. I'm sad about this. It's okay. It is what it is, right? There's not much you can do about it. Okay, so now let's see how it looks in the book. Put this in here. This isn't going to be here. This is going to be white. We don't know what we're going to put there yet. But this is going to open up, and then I still have to do my pocket here. And I might end up putting a pocket here, and I think I want to put a pocket on this back side as well. one of those tiny little ones that was on this page here. I like that. That way she can, you know, it's not super big. She can just tuck something right in there. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so let me see how much time we have. 45 minutes. Good grieving. If you guys stayed with me, thank you so much. Okay, let's do, now this I wanted to use on the other side, over here. I like that there. And then I have my, I don't want this one, I want the other one, this here. I don't know, I mean obviously I would decorate this. But I really like this paper, and I am covering a lot of it up. So this one I'm gonna have to think about. Actually, y'all let me know, what do you think? Do you think I should decorate this and put it on here for a little tuck spot or not? And then I need to do a pocket here. I probably will end up doing it, honestly. Let me move this. And then let's reinforce this here. Actually, do I want to put that one on there? Or this one? I kind of like that one. Or do I want to showcase these flowers? I think I'm going to showcase these. Alright, so we need to strengthen that a little bit. I guess we can just put some book page on there, right? That'll be fine. Where's my glue stick? I wonder if this is the, no, okay, we're good. Yeah. I'm just going to put it all on this page here. Or this side, I mean. And then I'll trim it down. And you know what? I'm not going to take the chance of messing it up, so I'm just going to do it like this. There we go. Okay. Does it look like it's getting crookeder? That would be my look, right? Move that out of the way. Don't mind my gunky mat. It's due for cleaning. Okay, and then we're going to put this on here. Do I want to wrap it? I could. And make this part a little tuck spot. Okay, where'd my pen go? So I have made I've made a few like bits and pieces to put in here, I need to make some more. So maybe I'll do some of that on the camera too if y'all are interested. And I gotta get to work on mine too. I'd like to have it done before school starts. That's my goal. Is to have this one and my journal at least most of the way done. But definitely this one done before school starts. Okay, let's see. Where do I need to score this at? Maybe if I do it at an inch. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then we'll have just a tiny little tuck. On the inside, and then it will help break up those stripes a little bit. See, like so. I wonder if I should put a notch here. No, I don't think I'm going to notch it. Well, maybe I will. I changed my mind that fast. How wide are you? 3? I'll put just a tiny one in. There we go. Okay. So, we're going to put some right here. And this piece I will probably stitch down once the glue dries. But then again, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe our glitter glue will give me peace of mind. All right. Oh, I still can't believe I messed this up right here. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Maybe I can put some lace on there. And it would help it. I mean, it's fine. It really is fine. But just the fact that I said I wanted to do it on the inside and then I did it on the outside is irritating to me. I'm irritated with myself. But maybe I could put something like that on there. And it would look okay. I mean, it looks fine now, but you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so I still have to decide if I'm going to do this one or not. That I'm going to have a think about. Y'all let me know. Well, I don't know. Y'all let me know, but more than likely I'm probably going to do it. And I don't have any paper clips handy. So this is going to go in here. I still need to put a pocket on that back side probably. But then again, I don't know. Maybe I won't because this is a perfect spot to put a greeting card. So I'm probably going to have a think about that too. And then maybe I could put this here. Like so. I would have to reinforce it though. And then I could put a notch here. And then this would be a big pocket, which I think that looks pretty. So that's that, and then it's this. I like how that looks. And then we need a belly band. So yeah, so y'all let me know if you're interested in watching me put these pages together. And I'm sorry that this video went on and on and on. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. And I will see you again in the future. Bye.